A friend of mine has designed an invisible aeroplane. I can't see it taking off. I know, awful. Don't forget, comment your dad jokes down below. Right, so hello again everybody and welcome back. Today we're going to be taking a look at the new MECOOL Android TV box, which is the KM7. Now, as a lot of you may know, MECOOL keep releasing Android streaming devices. But in this video, I'm just going to look at it from a streamer's perspective and see if it's worth getting. Right, so that being said, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and let's crack on. Right, so first of all, what I will ask is do comment down below your thoughts and opinions. And also, MECOOL did send me this box free of charge to test and review, but don't think that's going to affect what I think about it. If it's dog shit, I'm going to tell you it's dog shit. Right, so we'll quickly go through the boring bit, which is obviously the unboxing. We get the box, it's the KM7, obviously. Otherwise, why would I be making this video? I know. So inside, we get the MECOOL KM7, and it's a lot lighter than I expected. It's basically just plastic. It's got kind of a rough finish, and then where it says MECOOL, it's more of a glossy, smooth finish. And then if we take a look at the front of the box, we've got 3 LED indicators, one being for power, one being for Wi-Fi or the internet, and the other being IR for when you're using the remote. On the left of the box, we've got 2 USB 2.0 ports and a micro SD card slot. On the other side, we've got nothing. And on the back of the box, we've got AV, a LAN port, HDMI port, and then the power socket. And then inside we also get the plug, a HDMI cable, the remote, which is better than a lot of your generic Chinese boxes. They come with dog shit remotes, whereas this one's not too bad. You've got the Google Assistant and a lot of quick keys on there as well, but what I will say is if I compare that to the KM2 being the white one, I actually prefer that. Another thing you can see missing on the KM7 remote is there's no Netflix button. And before we start it up, this version of the box has 4GB of RAM and 64GB of storage. And another thing I will say is the LAN port that only supports 100 megabits per second over Ethernet. So when I first start it up, it's the same as starting up any Android TV device. It's going to ask you to connect to the Wi-Fi. Once you've done that, it's going to ask you to sign in with a Google account so you can use the Play Store and that. And then it's also going to ask you if you own any other Android TV devices, if you want to bring any of those apps over. And then once we turn on, we're like this. Now, this is the official Android TV operating system. One thing I don't understand with MECOOL devices, though, is you get this Get My App, something I've never used before. 𝐒𝐫𝐢𝐷𝐿, I can't say it properly because YouTube don't like it. And then if I go all the way across to Add, you also get a file browser on there. You do get a version of Netflix, although Netflix doesn't work on this device. And then there's also an update app, so to update the operating system. Although a lot of the times when I have tried updating this way, it's not worked. So I'm going to add the Netflix while I'm here, but as you can see, I like the Android TV interface. You see you've got a few featured or recommended contents or rows there as well. But you can customize this at the bottom, or if you click left while on the home screen, you can move them up and down to sort your rows just by moving up or down. And then you can also remove it as well just by clicking on remove. If you want to add any rows to it, you can go to the bottom where it says customize, choose your channels, click on what you want to add. So you want to add Spotify, it'll come up there at the bottom. And then we can move that up and down as well. Just a bit of customization you're able to do. We've got a row here that's obviously your quick apps. You can add apps like I've just done by clicking on the plus icon, or you can remove them by long holding. You can move them, or you can remove from favourites. We have got the official Google Play Store on here, but this version of the Google Play Store is designed for Android TV devices. So although you don't get the choice of every app inside the Play Store, every app you find inside here will be supported for Android TV devices, so it will work. If I go across to Netflix, I'm going to open this. Like I said, this was pre-installed on the device. It's going to ask me to sign in, but you can see straight away this is not the official Android TV version. And I'm not even going to bother signing in, because if it does let me sign in, the quality will be 480p, but I'm guessing it's not going to work anyway. And you will be able to sideload Netflix onto it if needed, but once again, the quality will be dog shit. Basically, what I'm saying, if you use Netflix and you want to use Netflix on this device, then don't buy this device. But everything else, like your Prime Video, your Disney Plus, your Hulu, all that sort of stuff, that streams in full quality. For some reason, a lot of companies do struggle to get Netflix permissions or licenses to put on their streaming devices. So next up, I'm just going to quickly try YouTube and see how it plays back in 4K. So I'm just going to click on it now. Probably going to get an advert, aren't I? I'm going to rewind it and start it again. That's working brilliant. So I'm going to fast forward it a little bit because I want to see a part where I can see if it's like stuttering at the edges of the screen. Don't know why I notice it, but I do. But that's running really smooth. Going to check the quality of the playback. As you can see there, it is running in 4K. So this box is going to have no issues whatsoever playing or streaming content. So if I just pull me to this side, if you go into the settings and device preferences, you're going to see a few different options. You can look at the storage. So as you can see, the total space of the internal storage is 64GB, and if I scroll down to the bottom of that, it's got 54GB available and free to use. If I go back, another thing you're going to see, it's got Chromecast built in. So let me just grab my phone. So I'm going to start casting that from my phone. But as you can see, you get two of me, but Chromecast is working absolutely fine. If I go to the About section, you've got System Update, and then check for updates. But I don't know if this device updates from this section. If I scroll down, you can see the model is the KM7 and it's running Android TV OS version 11. Right, so what a lot of people do ask is, can you still install APKs to the device? And the answer is yes. Like always, we just use Downloader and then type in whatever website you want to visit. This is my website, letscrackon.org. Go to downloads and download and install whatever APK it is that you want. And then finally, not a lot of people do this, but people do like to know if it works, is can you pair up a games controller like an Xbox, PS4, a gamepad, anything like that? So I'm going to go to Remotes and Accessories, add an accessory, and then put the game controller into pairing mode. And what you can see there is the Xbox wireless controller. It's saying pairing, couple of moments, click on pair, ding dangly do. And I can't be bothered to wait for that to install. And then if you search in the Google Play Store, we'll try the Google Assistant button on the remote. Chicken game. That's it, Crossy Road. We can see Google Assistant works fine. I'm smashing this here. Oh, shit. Now, I've just played Crossy Road using the normal remote, but what I will say is usually when I've paired a gaming controller up, I can navigate around anything on the device, so I can use it as a normal controller. Whereas on this, I don't seem to be able to navigate, so I'm not sure 100% if that works. I just can't be bothered to install that massive driving game. Right, so if you're interested in the price or where you can get one of these, I will leave a link in the description down below, but as you can see, there's two different versions. For the one I've got with 4GB of RAM, 64GB of storage, that comes in at $84. And the one with 2GB of RAM and only 16GB of storage, that comes in at $64. Right, so that was the MECOOL KM7. Would I buy it in my opinion? The answer would be no. One of the main reasons being because it hasn't got the official version of Netflix. But yet the MECOOL KM2, that's a totally different story. That's a brilliant device and it looks a lot better. And I have done a review on that. I will put it in the top corner now and at the end of the video. But that's just my personal opinion. I prefer the MECOOL KM2. But let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments section down below. I haven't done an Android box review like this for a long time, so I am still getting back into it and trying to like form some kind of structure how to do them. So if this video dragged on, I do apologise. They will get better, they will get faster, and I'm going to stop talking now. So that being said, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below, and I'll see you soon. Ta-da! Now, as a lot of you may already know, MECOOL are constantly releasing Android streaming device. Fuck it, I couldn't. Android streaming. Otherwise, why would I make? Why would I? And before we start it up, this version, yeah. So the total storage on this device is 64 GB, and if I sure.